Good afternoon. This is Melanie from Growing My Own. I'm just gonna give a mini tour for the month of June. This is where I have some fertilizer. It's nickel in water. I just put it there. That's gonna be there for 1 or 2 weeks. It's the first time I'm gonna make nickel fertilizer. So I put it far away from the house. So hopefully it's a success. Okay, these are my string beans that I planted, and only 6 germinated, so I replaced it with some more. And the animals already dug out some, so I put the mesh back around it. I don't know what is happening to my beans. If anybody know what is happening, can you please tell me? If my daughter in Jamaica, her beans tree has the same problem too. Anyway, so these are doing well. This is the area I planted my onions that I started inside, and this area was covered with beets and onion, and the squirrel or something came in and dug everything out in this area. I stuck some of the onions back. Some of them make it, some didn't. Yes, I'm dreading. These are the 3 remaining pepper from the 9. They start to have little blossom on it. I also have some onion on the edge of the leeks. This is one thing I'm proud of. I never made a trellis before. So I made it for these beans, and look at it. They're taking advantage of it. Cool. And they're also passing the trellis. So I make another trellis across the garden, and some of them already taken onto it. I have a whole ladder. I just put the entire other end to it. So these are following the rules, but some of them just keep going up straight. And these are my broccoli. These were planted late, so I finally start to get some broccoli on them. 2 of them has broccoli. There's one. But I found out that these are summer broccoli, so they won't get any bigger, and you can see they look like they're gonna start flowering already. So I'm just gonna come and cut this out. And there's another one on the other side. But I'll be eating the leaves of these already. Harvest a bunch of the leaves and eat because they're like growing out of control. Look at the size of them. You can't even see the kale that's inside. Even the kale is humongous, and I cut it all the way down to just a few leaves in the middle, and it bounces right back. So I have my container with water, so I'm gonna be harvesting some of these greens because I have other stuff planted there and it's just covering it up. Yeah, the grass cut yesterday, so everything is covered with grass. And these are still so tender. Yeah, if I don't get to use these right away, I'll just process them and freeze them until I'm ready for it, because I already start saving greens already. Yep, I'm just gonna pluck this out. Nothing else is gonna come of it. Start a flower, see? Okay, take some from this side too. Oh, where's the other broccoli? This is the other one. You can see how much they're open already. They're not tight. Yeah, so might as well I pick it before it started go to seed fully. And I can say I ate broccoli from my garden. Everything is covered with grass. There's a grass cut, so I have a lot of grass on the ground. I'm gonna get the wheelbarrow and go around and collect some and make mulch. But every time I make mulch the plants with them, the squirrel go and scratch them out right back down to the dirt. Yeah, let me get some kale too. Yeah, we can't use the bag to collect the grass anymore because the city doesn't accept it. So you have to cut and drop. One good thing is you get a lot of mulch, and the other thing is the house full with grass cuttings when you walk in it. So I'm gonna really take a lot of these and get some space and some light in here. And these can grow some more greens for me. Okay, that looks a lot better. There's space in it now. So I got 2 tiny head of broccoli. So I have to go find out when is the best time to start the fall sowing. See if I have better luck for the fall. Last year I planted my cabbage late too, but I didn't have a problem with that. The cabbage, like, oh, there's another baby broccoli coming up in here. I got 8 heads of carrot. Not carrot, 12 heads of lettuce. And these are the surviving tomatoes. There's a tree that was depositing these little fuzzy things all over, like for a week straight. You have like cotton ball flying all over the place. Everything is covered with it now. So these tomatoes start to blossom. But I don't know if it's determined tomato because they have a lot of branches. I mean, big fat branches. So I'm not sure if I should be pruning it or not. So I have to go see if I find the package and read it and see. I have trellis just in case it's indeterminate. And last week I transplant more over here. I fill in the space that the others were taken from. And this is one of my pumpkins finally taken off. Yeah, some of my pepper trees start to have blossom. I think this is a sweet pepper. And no, this is a long pepper. I think this might be a sweet pepper. Just need water. I know. That's an eggplant over there. And these are the first set of onions I planted that I buy. The plants. They're doing well. Look at the size of the stalk already. They're so tall. Sun break. And I transplanted some turnip over here, so I had also cover it. Just the squirrel or whatever dig in the place, don't go in here and start to rummage through them. And I also put some turnips in here. This is a sweet potato bed. Not sweet potato. In Jamaica we call it Irish potatoes. And when my tenant moved out, there was a burst bag of peas in the cupboard, and there was a lot of tiny little peas. I don't know what they are, but they're really small. So I put them to soak, forget them until the next day. So I had so much, I just sow them around the edges, like by the handful. They start to come up. And there's some over there. So I don't know what kind it is, if it's gonna grow up or spread out. And I have like a handful of it in a couple of places. This is another one of my pumpkins finally start to run. Even though it's been blooming a lot of blossom, it have a little baby in there. I don't know if it's gonna pollinate or not. Over here is another messy area because I planted brassica, then I planted the carrot when the brassica was small. So I wasn't thinking that, okay, the brassica gonna get big and cover everything. Yeah, and I put some black-eyed peas in here. A lot of them died, so I replanted it. So the new ones are coming up, and that's one of the first one. So I have a trellis for them. This is a volunteer potato plant, and I sowed this carrot seed before that start to come up, so it's like the carrots are going through them. Yeah, and this is a banana pepper, so I have a little baby pepper on it here. Yay! Yeah, these are most of my pepper plants in here. And these are some zinnia. They don't start to bloom. It has a bud for the longest while, but it's not opening. I don't know if that's how it does. Thing take a long time to come up. And these are more volunteer potato. Just gonna let them stay. My one and only garlic that survived. And some more pepper. I planted some sweet peas along here. Only 2 survived from whoever is digging them out, so I put some black-eyed peas in it there, and those little tiny peas I found, I also put some here just in case it's gonna need a trellis. And this is these were the potatoes I was covering up under the mesh. And that I removed the mesh, it just take off. And these are some of the new ones I planted that I forgot in the box. I have 2 eggplants in here. I stuck a tomato here. And I put some okra. I don't know what's wrong with the okra. They're just not doing well. I don't know if it's not time for them to take off or what. It's the first I'm planting okra here. And look at this. Last year the peas blossom was white, and this year it has this beautiful purple color. And yesterday I discovered that I have some peas already. Look, there are peas down here and some other places. Yeah, it's not doing so bad. And this is the last bed I make. And I did another boo-boo. Because this is where I plant the onions from the kitchen that I separate. They're doing well. I also transplant my beetroots in here. But I put some zucchini. And these are gonna spread and cover everything. This is a cabbage, it's gonna spread too, so it ain't gonna be so claustrophobic. And these are some cucumbers on the side. These are taking a while to bounce back, but we'll see. And I also have 2 tomatoes in the 2 corners. Yes, and this bag here before last, I bought a big yellow bag of dirt and one with mulch, and because of the pandemic they didn't want to collect the bag, so I think I maybe get rid of one already. And this one was just lingering because it had some more mulch in it, so I finished the mulch, so I decided to make it into a planter. So the bottom of this have like 4 bags of leaves and 4 bags of topsoil, including peat moss and stuff and fertilizer. But I want to plant some sweet potato in here, but it still kind of seems shallow. So I'm gonna get some more dirt and put in here. Yes, and these are my 3 pumpkins. I was covering up for protection. They finally start, this one, so one of them started to take off. Here. I started wondering if it was zucchini because they were just round and they were sending up a lot of blossom inside it. But I guess it's not zucchini. This is a little area I have some flowers in. This is some white flower seed I put in here. And I found this Rose of Sharon from a little baby. I planted it 2010, 20. I put some little flower seed in here. I don't know how well they'll do for now. Over here where I had my potatoes, but nothing happened. Nothing happened. Most of them died because I didn't cover it with mulch. I planted them in March and everything was like frozen and get soggy. Only a few was left, and that was left. It was producing a lot of little tiny potatoes in the ground without any leaves on top. So anyway, that bunch over there, I took them from here and planted them there. And I planted some more, but those were dug out. So this is one that was left. It come back up. And there's another little one coming there. So these are leeks and onion in the front row and cilantro. So I sowed a lot of carrot seeds everywhere in here. Okay, there's a lot of carrot seeds coming up now. I was so disappointed with my first set of carrots. Planted 2 packs and the guy dug everything out. And my chive and the okras. I don't know what's going on with these okra, but the other day I took them out and put some amend soil in the hole and replanted them and spread them out a little. Look at this one. It's hanging on for its dear life. Yeah, this is the biggest one and the leaves look so bad, you know. These are 2 volunteer tomato. Most of my plants, the leaves are like this. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm not doing something right. Yeah, this is my corns, but they're not doing well at all. I don't know. Cause last year after I planted them, by this time they were like double the size of this. Oh my god. Look, something break this one. This is the best looking one. So I put some fertilizer. Hopefully that will help a little. I stuck a cucumber here. I have 2 lava beans. These are some of my sweet potato. And I turned this big box into a sweet potato planter. It's double lined in. I use some Amazon box and line it, then use a flap and turn it over to cover it, to hold them in place. And these are some of the last set of tomatoes I planted. These are the ones I planted before. Everything is coming up so fast. This is a zucchini. I'm trying to keep as much stuff in pots as possible because of these animals that keep digging out my stuff. This is another handful of those little tiny beans I put in here. I put another handful here. I just throw them everywhere. Here's some more over here. Because there was so much and I just put the water and soak everything. Yeah, this is some more sweet potato. These are from some of the potatoes I planted in March. I were just lingering. They finally decided to start to grow. And my lava beans are blossoming. Thank you, Jesus. First time I'm planting these. I saw them on TV, another YouTube channel, and decided I want to try it. Yeah, these are some of the potatoes I planted from the forgotten box. And this over here from the forgotten box. This is some of the March tomato that wasn't growing. It just finally decided to come up. I have no idea why. This one, I don't know what's happening to it. It's turning yellow. It's supposed to be a zucchini plant. And these are the last set of tomatoes that I had in the container. And this is that little box I made. And something came and cut one of the peas out here. And they start to cut into the potatoes. So I put some diatomaceous earth. If it's slug. And this is another branch that I found in there yesterday. That's something cut. So they didn't touch this one. So they don't find their way over to this one. Yeah, everything is growing so good. These are long beans. These are gonna grow up on the trellis. And this is a Malabar spinach. That's supposed to grow on the trellis too. Yes, so let me show you. These are some of the stuff I have on the table. These are pepper. These are the hot red pepper. And I think these are the same thing. And these are my first Scotch bonnet pepper coming up. This pepper I've been sowing them since March or April when I got them. These are my cilantro. And I have a long red pepper here, and it was dying back, so I just left it. And then this came up on the side of the stalk. And these are some Swiss chard. I have another Swiss chard here. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna dig a hole and put these potatoes and see what's happening. What's gonna happen? Yep. And this is another potato that grew from a potato skin. So I have to get something to plant that in. These are some dill seeds I put in here. I also sowed stuff in here. I don't remember what it was. I will just wait and see. Okay, so this is it from Melanie from Growing My Own. Thank you for watching. Bye.